Okay, so I had to disconnect my computer from the internet and reconnect it all quickly before it affected the live stream. So I actually managed to do that without affecting the live stream, and now I got my OBS working a little bit better too. Um, Crazy on how that shit works out, I guess. Okay, all right. So right now we are going to do, real quick. Let me. Oh, I need my phone now. Great. I've got people sending me messages. Mrs. Tabletop's going to go get the phone. I got people sending me messages regarding about this stream. Not necessarily in chat. It's coming across my DMs. Holy horseshit. You know, before we continue with the workshop, I'm going to sit here and say, you know, I hate to bitch about this, but, like, my God, I find a game that I'm going to run and everyone wants it to start tomorrow. And it's like, good grief, everybody. Let's take a couple months, finish what we got first, and let's move on. And then the same people are like, hey, are we ever going to finish this up? No. Wonder why? Because it's because of you. All right. All right. I'm just messing with all of you. Let's see here. Actually, the question to that one, sir, is no. Okay. So, sorry about that pause. Well, I've been waiting to finish up a lot of games we've started, and then yet you get obsessed with a new game and that instead. Actually, some of those games we're not going to do, because, like, the only games that I haven't finished with you, Sparta Chris, was really Cyberpunk 2020, which, let's just say I fudged the fact that you're alive. Nobody in that universe would stay left alive. And then, you know, Atomic Punk 2160, but that's because I didn't want it to end. So I may just finish on a stalemate, sir, which does happen in movies quite a bit, so get over it. This will not be one of those games, though. Sorry. World of Darkness is a much better game. All right, so let's start talking about what we have here. I'm first going to actually boot in my... I'm going to show off some... I can show this off to you guys a little bit, but I can't show you everything. So let me open up a file real quick. I got a couple files to open up. The first one I'm going to open up is going to be my book that I'm writing regarding this adventure. Yay. I know, be happy, right? All right. Next, I'm going to open up some fan-made. I'm going to put new PCs right here in a folder that probably doesn't belong. Oh, good Lord, everything's opening up on me. Okay, cool. All right, here we go. All right. Move that there. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Since a lot of people are, and by a lot of people I mostly mean Colin, is trying to make his character right now for a game that we're not going to chill. What am I saying? He's not going to chill. It's Colin. He's already ready for the next biggest thing. If I can expect it's Toby and Witch King, it's him. Not that it's a bad thing. It's a thing. It happens. I don't even know what to say about it. All right. So the title is going to be kind of rough, guys. So just deal with it. Let me see if I can get this screen share to go away real quick. All right. So before we make a character, you need to know the basis of the story. Okay. The base of the story is the characters are going to be spending. Okay. So the characters are an elite team of an elite team of amateur ghost hunters, and they are going to be experiencing a haunting at what we call the Super Mart Mall. Hey, I'm enthusiastic. What can I say? That is true. This is true. All right. So, the World of Darkness, 13 Nights in Super Mart Mall. Okay, so Super Mart Mall, I have to explain why that is such a mouthful. Shop smart, shop S-Mart. And instead of it just being a supermart, it is a mall. So, yep, there we go. Self-explanatory. All right, so this is the part that I can show everyone. The introduction. Okay, so I'm literally writing out a whole book so that way I have stuff to use. I'm not going to show you guys everything, which I don't think... Let's see, moving on down. Nope, you can't see that part. That part is going to be secret. All right, getting started. We all need the following. A bunch of D10 dice, pen or pencil with some paper, and also a copy of the new World of Darkness core rulebook, which I actually do have both a physical and PDF copy. All right, so story synopsis, which I can share with everybody. So, the players will create characters that will have two different types of lives. One is their everyday life, and the second is the group life. Typo. Where they are YouTube streamers, and their channel name is the Amateur Ghost Hunters. They explore hauntings and even abandoned places to experience strange happenings all across the United States. The group was contacted by a man and asked how they... And we don't even know who the man is, but that is to be explained later. The group was contacted by a man and asked how they would like to explore an abandoned large mall in Michigan. Of course, they accept and are informed that the mall is haunted by potential ghosts or ghosts. This is the second largest mall in Michigan and has been closed down since early 2000s due to some strange stories about potential ghosts. Some stories does not align with the fact that the mall is closed. This means after the mall long since closed in the 90s, more strange happenings have continued long afterwards due to kids exploring the structure for an experience. However, they never emerged from the mall again, or so it is rumored. Do we have somebody to call? Raymond Reddington? Anyway. Well, let's put it to you this way. Without the fancy scientific equipment, you're the Ghostbusters. Do we have someone to call? Yes. We call you. You don't call no one. And if you end up in a bind, you're fucked. Alright, so... The group is tasked to debunk this rumor and prove that nothing has truly been happening at the mall whatsoever, and is asked to spend 13 nights to do it. The reward will be posting their findings on their YouTube channel, which is promising to increase their channel's status online. Sorry, been watching The Blacklist. Oh, okay. Alright, so, for instance, you are to be making characters the normal way. Other than you guys do have a group, there's gonna be a group name. Your YouTube channel is gonna be your group name. So we're gonna get with that. But that's all I can share with you guys today. There's nothing else in there to actually share with you, as far as you need to know. All right. If we die, I'm blaming Colin. 13 Ghosts. This game is actually sort of inspired by the TV show Ghost Hunters, the TV show Supernatural, the movie 13 Ghosts with, I forgot the guy's name, something Shabloob. But he plays Monk, as well as Scooby-Doo. Yeah, Scooby-Doo was part of this too. Only the ghosts are real. You know, who remembers being a kid during the time of Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island? There's a ghost and it's fake. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so I guess I'm gonna make a Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Simon. Okay, yeah, there we go. All right, so we're gonna make a character here. That's gonna be fitting. Tony Shalhoub. There you go. I thought it was Shaboob. Whoops, I butchered that name. All right, so the very first thing that we actually get to start off with is name and age, and then the player. Well, here we go. I'm gonna call myself. God, I don't know. I want to say Matthew McConaughey. Matthew McConaughey. All right, all right, all right. No, I was kidding. Yes, everyone remembers him from that famous line. I believe that was Dazed and Confused. Okay, let's see. We're gonna call myself. Hey, Scooby-Doo had some real goats, like the Boo Brothers and the Monster Girl boarding school. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so we're gonna call myself. We're gonna say.
I like my answer better.
James Tramway. There we go. James Tramway. And he's going to currently be 25 years old. Trying to make it big. And Tabletop Junkie. He will not actually be showing up. Alright, so the Chronicle. So there's a group name, faction name, and a Chronicle name. So Chronicle technically is something like The Simpsons. Basically, it's for a larger story. I don't think a Chronicle name would fit into this. But just on the off chance that... Oh, God. Alright, just on the off chance that it does. Alright, so your group name is going to be called the Amateur Ghost Hunters. Which can't fit there. So that's your guys' group name. That group name is essential. Tim Warwick. No. That group name is essential. You can be a part of a faction. Okay, and then 13 Knights in Supermart Mall. Or we can just call or we can just say Ghost Hunters. There we go. Something like that. If you want to call it a chronicle. Okay, so technically if it was a chronicle would be several seasons long. And faction. I don't think we have a faction. Alright, so Ghost Hunter. So, to explore more. Alright, now, we've got virtues and vices. Which I'm going to explain what those are. Which I didn't explain much during the actual review, because that's something for you guys to pick up the book and read for yourselves, to be honest. I'm not going to lie. Not trying to be a douche, but... No, who am I kidding? I'm trying to be a douche. For instance, we're going to make Chris the douchey character. Colin's going to be the self-absorbed know-it-all. Spectral investigators. There we go. You know what? I like that better. You know what? I'll just call Chris's character Ray Vance. We'll call Colin's character Egon. There we go. Alright, let's see here. The secret history of the world. Oh, no, anyway. Let me see here. Cold truth. Yeah, there's some cold truth in this book. Nothing is as what it seems. Question everything, but hope you never find the real answers. Because if you find the real answers, you're never going to be the same again, I'll tell you that much. And all these people that are going into this game are never going to be the same again when I'm done with them. Alright. So we're going to go for information on... So we got virtues and vices, which starts on page 100. I don't know why on page 100. That's just weird. Okay, so all characters have strengths and weaknesses, noble aspects and dark sides to their personality. Hence the word virtue and vices. So what is this? So you could have a lot of strengths. So a lot of strengths is, are you a charitable person? Are you a faithful person? Are you a person of strong will? Are you a person of hope? Person of justice, prudence, or temperance? And you can actually figure out what each one of these are. For instance, I think Person of charity. Some other names is compassion, mercy. Usually these are saints, soup kitchen workers, or philanthropists. So true charity comes from sharing gifts with others, be it money or possessions. Those with faith know the universe is not random, meaningless chaos, but ordered by a higher power. You know, I like that one. Given the fact that you're about to go into that this is a ghost hunter, I think they would have to have faith that it would exist. Other names is belief, conviction, humility, and loyalty. Generally, these are by detectives, priests, philosophers, scientists, and true believers. This definitely fits. That definitely fits this character. If I was playing this character, which I will never will, this character is just an example to show my other players how to make characters. This is definitely him right here. But the question is why is he doing it? You are basically given 7 vices to choose from: envy, gluttony, lust, greed, pride, and sloth and wrath. Okay, so personally, for him, I think it's about, let's see. I wouldn't say wrathfulness unless it's about vengeance. Let's see here. I would say maybe lust. He's gonna be using this, which is movie producers, politicians, and rock stars. Yeah, this character definitely would be using it in a lustful sense, as that he would be using his fame that he gets from doing this job at the end. He'd be using it to get women, because it's just him. And I'm a straight guy, so... And of course, Mrs. Tabletop knows I'm acting only. As she sends... He survived a horrible car accident, and now he sees the dead people. You're all going to see the dead people. We don't need anything special for that, unless you want something special for that. That's going to be a discussion later on. Like Michael J. Fox in Frighteners. Or Sixth Sense. Sixth Sense with the kid from AI and whatever else. Also, oh god, who played in there? Bruce Willis. Okay, all right. Let's begin character creation. Okay, so the first thing that we are going to look at is your attributes. You get to place these points in various groups. Your groups are simple as this. Okay. Mental, physical, and social. You also get groups of power, finesse, and resistance. So, yeah, it just depends on where you want to go. So each one of these gets groups. So you can place 5 points in one group, 4 points in one group, and 3 points in another. And it'll be like this. It'll be up and down. So it'll be, you can place 3 to 5 points here or whatever else. Given the fact that this is kind of like an investigation game, I'm going to place the most points here. And since this is also an investigation game, the second set of points is going to be here. The least much is going to be here. So it's 5, 4, 3. So we're going to do, let's see, I'm going to do 1 point each at the very least, which that gives me 3 points. And we're kind of investigating. So I should get like some form of mental resistance against seeing dead people a lot, and I definitely should have the intelligence to know what I'm exploring. So that's 5 points there. 3 points is going to go in here, so I'm just going to do this. I kind of like that when I play my characters, because it kind of gives each one more than one to roll in case you need to do it, and then it kind of, that way you don't have the weakest part. Alright, and then, so 5, 3, and then this one's going to be 4. Once again, I'm going to go here, but I think my biggest part is going to be more of my, well, no, he wants lustfulness, so it's going to be presence. So presence is going to get the 3rd dot, so there we go. These are pretty decent scores then. So once the attributes are figured out and fine, then it's time to do your skills. Now you don't have to do them the way I do them. I think it's just best that if you're gonna pair up like that, you should do it this way. So mental got the most points. So if I want so you could do it like, say, well, let me give the mental skills the least points and work backwards. That way, you know, you at least have some more dice when pairing these up. Because whenever I have anyone make a roll, it's going to be an attribute skill with any applicable merit, and then anything else that will be applied to it. But I think the best way to make a character is mental got the most, so mental skills are going to get the best here. All right, and we also get 3 specialties as well. So who will be your Velma and Daphne? Well, that would be you and Archer Colin, of course. So you two are going to play Velma and Daphne. Witch King is going to be Shaggy, and Scooby's going to be Toby. And if Tails comes in, he's going to be our guest star. I'm pretty sure Chris likes that one. All right, so we're going to say 11 is going to be in mental attributes. Since we're kind of exploring the supernatural, I think the occult skill is definitely going to play a factor, especially with the specialization. Oh my god, Tails is going to be Scrappy. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And that actually fits him. That actually fits him. All right, so let's look at some occult. Give me 1 second. Let's look at some occult specializations. Alright, so some specialties are cultural beliefs, ghosts, magic, monsters, superstition, and witchcraft. And of course, you can break these down a little bit. So definitely we're going to say his specialty is ghosts because he's a spectral investigator. And I'm definitely putting three points into that. Definitely going to happen. Also, he's an investigator, so I believe investigations, he would definitely need something in that. Let's see here. And some specialties: artifacts, body language, crime scenes, cryptography, dreams, autopsy, diagnosis, puzzles, riddles, scientific experiments. We're gonna say crime scenes, or well, we're gonna say kind of like we'll say scenes, not necessarily crime scenes, but scenes where the ghosts normally are, and we're gonna put 3 points into that. Now remember, up here in attributes, you guys automatically start off with one dot automatically. That is your free dot. Everything else you got to put in. Now when you do skills, unfortunately you don't get any free dots. You got to put everything in there. So, all right. So I did 11 for this one. I still got, let's see, 3, 6. I got 5 more to do. I don't know if I'm going to put anything in academics, but let me check to see if there's any cool examples for that. I'm going through the book right now. Thinking. Anthropology, art, history, law, religion, research. I don't think nothing would be good for that, so I will at least put 2 in there. Because you got to be really good at that. And then I'm going to do 2 here for computers. And then I think I'm going to just do 1 for science. So 2, 4, 5, and then 8 and 11. So there we go. We got everything. And I already got 2 specialties. I wanted to leave the 3rd specialty alone in case I need it somewhere else. All right. So the next one is physical, which took the lowest. So I'm going to place 4 points in here. Nothing major. I definitely think we're going to be doing a lot of this. Some running, some fighting, some driving, and just in case I need it, a firearm. Big deal. Not definitely worth much of anything socializing. And then 7 points is going to go here. Since he is kind of like a person who likes women, because all my characters do, because I'm a straight guy, so, you know, suck it up and deal with it. Alright, being as we are YouTubers, do we need points in computers? Yeah, I would say so. I would say that would be safe to have something like that, so that way you at least know how to, and not just computers either. It would, well, you would need a lot in your mental area, because computers would also be any form of electronic as well, such as hooking up probably some stuff like generators and stuff like that. Would be interesting if one of the characters is a police officer who does this in his off time. I'm thinking about the officer who is helping the Warrens in the first Conjuring movie. Remember, you do live 2 lives. So yeah, that definitely would be helpful. Oh, and hey, BD Jake is in the stream as well. Thank you for dropping in, sir. Definitely could use the pickup here. So, all right. So I'm looking for expression. Let me save this real quick. See expression. That is one thing I did like that a lot of people see. This is what is fucking hilarious about today, and I'm just gonna point this out. People hated this game at times because it seems like there was nothing that was considered really like a dump stat for you. It was basically, unless there was a dump stat for your character concept, that was just about it. For me, any physical attribute would be considered a dump stat, so I just dumped the lowest amount of points in the physical attributes and the physical skills. Okay. It may have been wrong to make. There's no right or wrong way to make anything. It's all about the concept of your character. And it didn't really... I don't know. I guess there wasn't really much of anything. But, that's why a lot, so it's like there's really no useless attributes. There's no useless skills. There's no such thing. It's how you want to make your character and what you want your character to do. It's totally 100% up to you. And what's funny is a lot of people bitch about that. But you know what's funny? That's happening in a lot of games now, and people love it. But no, we do this back in the 90s, and there we go. It's a bitch fest. So, I don't know. I just see like things are swapping, kind of like a lot of other things with that. So, all right. So, expression, classical dance, drama exposes, musical instrument, newspaper articles, or speeches. Maybe it's persuasion I'm looking for. I want him to be able to persuade and seduce people. Fast talking, inspiring. Oh, that would be it right there. Seduction, easily. Because he's doing all this to get women. Poor, sad, lonely man. Okay. So that's all my specialties. I got 3 specialties. 1, 2, and 3. So I can't use no more of that. I put 3 dots in there, which means that leaves me 4 dots left. Alright, so the socialize skill, which, let's face it, who doesn't like to socialize? Alright, so... the receiving line stretched out past the ballroom and down the man. Okay, that's not what I was looking for. Socialize reflects your character's ability to interact with others in a variety of situations, from talking people up at bars to comporting himself. Okay, so basically knowing how to speak to people. We're gonna put 2 there. So that leaves me 2 points left. 2 points. Streetwise characters can gather information and make contacts, buy and sell stuff on the black market. I guess we'll do 2 points there too. So there we go. Now, with that said, so that is 3, 5, and 7. So yep, everything is there. So the skills are done. Attributes are done, skills are done. Next is to choose his merits. What shall his merits be? Well, that is a good question. We have to look at several different things. Merits are separated into 3 different categories: mental, physical, and social. So let's look at some merits. You can have, according to the sheet, you have 7 dots to purchase a merit. Most merits start off at 1 dot, but some have a minimum requirement of 2 dots. So we're going to look at some things, and I'm going to just pick some things and go from there. In the meantime, yes, in case you're wondering if I have anything in my mouth, I have ice. I'm actually, I'm drinking a frozen drink. So, all right, before we continue, I'm going to fill in this stuff right here a little bit because we won't need to do anything else. So, experience points is 0. This is beginning character. Size. Your character size is right here. We're adult humans, so the size is 5. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Next is speed. So speed is right here. This is how it's calculated. Strength plus dexterity plus 5. So I've got 2, 4 plus 5. That's 9. Yay. Natural defense is going to be the lowest of dexterity or wits. Which they're both the same. So 2. I don't know if I have any armor. We don't know what our resources are yet. Of course, resources is a merit. So if you want to spend something, there are some things you can say you have on you that you've collected over time. There's certain things I can make sure you have before going into things. But other than that, if you want anything like too expensive, you have to have a resources merit, the resource merit, or it's just, yeah, you're not getting it. Dexterity plus composure. So dexterity plus composure, that's 4. And that's that. So my initiative modifier is 4. And there we go. Oh, and starting morality is 7, with nothing wrong with you. All right. And then health is stamina plus size. So my stamina is 2 plus size, so it's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whew, that's not bad because I think, see, that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. There's only 12 points there. And willpower is resolve plus composure. Resolve plus composure. So that's 5. Oh, that's not it. But you know what? That's okay because I can do this. I can make a highlight. Now I want to undo that. So bad. Oh, there we go. My God, where's the undo button around here? Oh, I mean, I can just do this. Oh, there we go. That would have been easier. All right, we're just going to save that for now. All right, so next is merits and flaws. Flaws you don't have to take, but if you want to add some stuff to your character, you can. Real quick, we're going to address some questions here. All right. So BD Jake, you got it, homie. Thank you, sir. This is me. Where do you think I put most of my points? Intelligence. I'm willing to bet, Colin, you are our intelligence person. You are our mental person, like our academic person. You're going to get your hands on a few things. So, yeah. The fact that you can use points without dots, albeit at a minus, although at a minus shows that each skill has some use. Yes. Yeah, there is no such thing as a useless skill. So, like, if you don't have a dot, so, like, for instance, if I have to use expression and I don't have that, I get a -1 to the roll. So, alright. How did you guess? Because you always play the intelligent character in every game that I run for you? I don't know. Does that explain the indentation in his cheek from the hand from all the hand slaps? Empathy or expression would also be appropriate to this character. Yes. But right now, unless I want to lower some of these down, I think he's just going to go definitely balls to the walls out there. And probably figuring out it does not work. All right. So let's look at some mental merits. We have things like common sense, danger sense, eidetic memory, encyclopedic knowledge. Definitely though that because he knows things about things. Let's see. Unseen sense. He needs at least a minimum of 2 in wits, which he has. Your character has a 6th sense when it comes to the supernatural. Perhaps his hair stands on its end. Oh, yeah. And I have to take it at a base of 3 dots. I can live with that. There we go. So it's 3 dots to take. So I got 4 left. Let's see. Anything physical? I don't know. He's not really much of a physical guy, but maybe we'll pick up, let's see. Let's pick up some social merits, shall we? There's a couple things for social merits that we can actually pick up for him. For instance, let's see here. Retainer. Your character has an assistant, aide, indentured servant, or a fanatical follower. Yeah, maybe. Inspiring. Here we go. Oh, but for me to have inspiring, my presence has to be at 4. Oh, I cannot have that one. Oh, I'm not very inspiring. Well, let's do contacts at the very least. So let's say, for instance, he has some contacts, right? So contacts provide your character's information in a particular area of awareness. Each dot in this merit represents one arena or circle in which your character has a web of connections. So I'm going to come up with a web of connections right now. As soon as I scroll down there. Contacts. And it's 1 to 5 dots. I'm going to do 2 dots. That way I can pick up something else. And his connections is his contacts, which I need to leave a note somewhere. His contacts are going to strictly be, he has a fan club of like a group of people he can contact regarding happenings and gathering information regarding ghost happenings in certain areas. Getting information is a successful persuasion or socialize roll. For him, it's going to be manipulation, which is 2. And I would say socialize, which is also 2. So that's a 4 dice roll. If I use persuasion, however, persuasion, my seduction thing wouldn't make anything, but that would still give me 3. Unless the person I'm contacting is female and I promise her something. Then I get an extra die for that. So that would have been very easily 6. I think his body's the only good thing about him. Speaking of which, if that's being said, he's going to need something called Iron Stamina. His stamina needs to be 3, or resolve needs to be 3. Resolve is 3, stamina is 2. Okay, so I guess we're going to go with Iron Stamina, and it's a 1 to, you can only put up to 3 points on it. So I'm gonna do 2 points, because that's what I have left. I just wanted that because, and the prerequisite is stamina's either 3 or resolve is 3 dots. So, yep, I'm gonna do that because you never know, I may have to try really hard. All right, so there is some character flaws here. Let's look at flaws. Do I want this guy to have any flaws? Well, maybe. Let's see what some ideal flaws are. Page 217. Character flaws. Most people are flawed in one way or the other, but some people have truly tragic flaws, hindrances that make real-life challenges. With the storyteller's permission, a player can select one flaw for his character during creation from the list below. If that flaw hinders that character adversely during the game session, the storyteller can choose to award the character 1 extra... Oh, wow, that's what flaws are for, to gain extra experience points. Well, let's get into some flaws here. Oh, yeah. He's going to get addiction. And... I think that's about it. We're just going to go with addiction. He's addicted to sex, people. There we go. I don't know why I make these characters up. I think I have a problem. But, you know, I've already addressed it. So there we go. And there you guys go. That is pretty much about it. We can probably pick some equipment, some stuff up, I guess, if we want to. You do got to mark the size of the equipment, but I don't think it's going to really be necessary. I didn't take resources, so my resources is 0 dots. So, but if you don't take resources, don't let that deter you. And I will show you guys why. Because there is a whole thing about resources merits. 1 to 5 dots. If you at least have 1 dot, you're not doing too bad. And it even tells you what happens if you have 0 dots. So I'm actually going to go to it right now. Alright, this merit measures your character's material resources, both possessions and wealth. All characters are assumed to have a job or a source of income, trust fund, parents, that is sufficient to cover their basic needs, food, shelter, and transportation. Dots in this merit represent disposable income, wealth, and assets that can be liquidated for more money in case of an emergency. The number of dots indicates your character's general level of wealth. 1 dot suggests low disposable income, like you can just blow $500 and no more than $1,000 worth of assets that you could take with you that you could just blow and do whatever the hell you want with. 2 dots is about $1,000 a month, and then $5,000 worth of shit you can just wreck. 3 dots is 2,000 to 10,000, and then so on and so forth. So yes, you do not have to take it. It means nothing. So there we go, folks. That is how we're gonna make. That is how we make a character for this current game. Maybe you should rename him Johnny Bravo. Why? No, if I was gonna do Johnny Bravo, I would probably take away the intelligence and then put the biggest 2 like 5 in physical, 5 in physical, 4 in social, and at least 3 in these ones, which is probably fucking terrible because that guy was a jackass. We all know his contacts are really his hair. Oh boy. Some of those merits are damn expensive. Common sense is like 5, I think. Hold up. I will tell you what common sense is right now. You think it's expensive? I think if it comes down to it, common sense is one of the cheapest ones. I just bought one of the expensive ones. No, common sense is 4, and yes, you got to put 4 into it. Yep, you are right. You are totally right. Shit, I thought I bought one of the more expensive ones. Hell, Unseen Senses. Gotta be immortal, and gotta have Lee's wits at 2. And that starts off as a 3, so damn. No wonder. Maybe I just didn't notice that about common sense because I never really looked at it. But yeah, that's basically how you just make a character. I think we are pretty good for now. I was gonna make I was just thinking this would be good for Hitman, Agent 47 Hitman, or even John Wick a little bit, but I don't think I'm gonna make those characters up tonight. Real quick, let's go. All right, presumably of those merits are from Vampire, Werewolf, and Mage source books. No, those are not the same. Vampire merits from Vampire, Werewolf, Mage. Okay, so going back. Oh boy. So to play with Vampire, Werewolf, and Mage merits, with these merits, you have to have both books. So instance, whenever I decide to run Vampire the Requiem, there will be merits from that book and this book that you merge together. They're actually different. You should do a mock of the Mystery Inc. game. Oh yeah, that would be cool. Under the original system, Flaws gave a very number of extra character points at creation. Yeah, no, apparently if you play into your flaw, I have to give you 1 extra experience point guaranteed. But it doesn't give you anything extra to put anywhere else. So you can live with that one. Yes, Chris, maybe maybe we should. That'd be a good idea. All right, and then to be fair, I would suspect having any attribute of just 1 would have to be definite character decision. I noticed that some of the merits don't seem to be in the book. They're not all in one book. Like some of the merits that are listed on that sheet, because the person who put it together put all the books together. There are still several other supplement books I have to get with the core book, such as the Inferno book and the Ghost book. Ghost book? Inferno book. is the one I got. Yeah, the Inferno book. But there's other books too. There's even a book on demons, which is the Inferno book. What the fuck am I talking about? But yeah. All right. So we would have to actually have those books, but so those other merits are not from Vampire, Werewolf, and Mage. Those merits are from, I believe, the Second Sight, which is mortals are becoming telekinetic. Second Sight, Inferno. There's a few. Yeah, so I actually got to figure out those books because I got to get those next because I plan on doing more World of Darkness stuff because this takes away from. I think I've had my fill on making people roll constantly for shit. I just want to do some basic role playing, and this is still a tabletop game, but it's not the rule lightest system ever. The lightest system I've ever played was Fate Core. That's more rules light than this game, so this still gives us the feel of a game while doing a little bit more acting and scene setting and stuff like that. So, enjoy. All right. I don't really have anything else at this time, so I am getting ready for another stream before the night's end. I'm thinking it's gonna be. I think I made a Halo one. I don't know if I want to do that one. Because Sparta Chris, doesn't have to be anywhere tomorrow, and I don't have to be I have to be to work, but it's like I don't have to be to work super early, so I'm thinking maybe I'll do a different game. I'm not sure. But you guys stay tuned to my channel. I'm going to be doing more because unfortunately streaming is becoming a lot harder for the end of the month. I had to make some changes, so just stay tuned to my channel and figure out what comes out next. So other than that, that is everything I have this time. Thank you for joining me, and you guys have a great and wonderful evening. Talk at you guys later. Thank you, and remember to work hard, play hard, game hard. Oh, wait, before I go, does anyone have any questions? Like, Colin, how's your character coming? I don't know if Colin is, Alright, well, if you guys have any more questions, just reach out to me on my Discord. And for anyone who's interested in playing a horror type game where you guys are just normal people living out everyday life, you guys can reach out to me. So it should all be cleaned up when we get together and make my character. Oh yeah, or cleared up when. Yeah, oh yeah, well, we are going to be doing session 0, but I don't think I'm starting session 0 till August. So this is going to be out there for a while, but it looks like everyone's getting a little too excited for it. Alright, well, everyone have a great and wonderful evening, and remember to work hard, play hard, game on, everybody. Have a great and wonderful night.